Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house. And we're back with another reading. This is going to be another random read for another random sign. We won't know for who until we get to the end of the reading. We're going to use this jar. We're going to pick out who the reading is for, and we're going to go from there. So I'm going to try to get I got 6 more to do. I'm going to try to get 4 today. You know what I mean? Probably do 2 right now. Then I gotta go for this walk I'll be doing every day. And then I'll come back and do 2 more if I have time before I go to work. If not, no worries. I get off early today because I'm just doing training. And I'll come back and I'll do them. And if I have enough time, I'm gonna add in a pick card. And that should suffice us for a little bit, okay? So, as always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing. Didn't I say that already? I'll be thinking, I'd just be grateful for all those people who be liking, sharing, and commenting, people who be donating. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate y'all being here with me, helping me out, donating to the channel. People who donated those decks, I appreciate you. I'm waiting on them to get here. When they get here, we're going to put them in action. Okay, that's 2. So I'm going to let you get 2. I'm doing a lot of talking. So, that's a good sign too. So you got personal issue reaches a conclusion, and you're very close to achieving your goal. So this emotional issue that you're having, you're very close to achieving your goal. That's a good thing. That means that you just need to, fix a few things. Not really fix. You just need to make sure that you're right on course, and keep things steady. This is it's not a moment of danger. You don't have to be worried about anything. But it's there's a saying that the moment of victory, it's most dangerous at the very point of victory. So you just need to be holding the reins steady is what I'm getting. You're on your way there. And this could have to do with communication with someone. You could be dealing with a cancer, or you could be a cancer yourself. But there's an emotional issue here that's being resolved, and you're very close to getting the outcome that you will hope for. Because when a personal resolution comes up in the deck, it represents an emotional matter that does play out in your favor. And cancer is a sign of the home and the family, so it's something that's going to possibly play in with family, or it's something that's going to be it's going to be it's not fair. It's not going to be unfair, but it's something that is emotionally well for everyone. All right. Okay. Oh, it flipped over. All right. So the heart of this matter is feeling like you're being breadcrumbed, you're being treated unfairly at this moment. Okay. And so you need to make a decision. You got judgment here. Are you paying attention to the flags? Are you paying attention to the signs that are being shown to you? What would you like to see in this situation? Or what would make this situation better for you? But you come in here basically having things are out of your control. They're not in your way. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So things aren't quite going in the way that you expected them to go. There's unexpected events, so this is a problem. It could be a problem with money, finances, stability as well, because Wheel of Fortune for me always has to do with finances of some sort. Even though there's more than just one way of getting fortune, I think of it more so because we have right next to the Pentacles. I'm thinking of it as unexpected bills, unexpected charges, unexpected things that you weren't hoping for. You weren't hoping it, would come your way, and they are coming your way. So it seems like a string of bad luck. But whenever the Wheel of Fortune is here, it means that you're getting the opposite end of abundance. And not to worry, just be patient, learn the lessons, right? Because circles, whenever you see circles, they represent a form of karma, cycles. Cycles that we go through. So you're just on the opposite end of the cycle, and eventually it's going to turn over and give you what it is that you deserve as well. But right now you're just learning the lessons. You're grinding up, you're building up momentum. And it's just telling you that this whole thing is going on because a personal issue about this emotional feeling is about to be over. It's about to be coming to a conclusion, and you're about to be achieving the goal you really want. So just relax. I'm going to read you all the way through. So you have a desire to want to communicate with something, to communicate a truth or to communicate a thought. You just haven't quite got it there, right? Because we also have the moon here, and I got the King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords can usually be someone who, anytime a sword is in reverse, it could be someone who speaks kind of harshly or speaks in, maybe not riddles, but they speak in a tone that's condescending, and they're kind of detached. And sometimes they don't think. When it's in reverse, it's they're not thinking logically. They kind of, and they're mentally emotional. So, not mentally emotional, they're mentally manipulative. So there's like a desire to want to like manipulate this situation, in an aspect for it to work out in your favor. Because kings, they demand respect and they demand like to be in charge. They want to be the leader. In reverse, this is not really wanting to take responsibility. This is like a manipulation and an attempt to basically get what it is that you want. And right now, all you're going through is a cycle where things just aren't panning out in your favor, and that's okay because you're just on the opposite end. They will be panning out in your favor. So look, it's a time to give rather than take. So instead of you actually communicating like this, instead of you either putting your mental processes to trying to take advantage of the situation or get what you feel is owed to you, you have a desire to either want to restart this situation. That's what the decision is. It's like you want to restart this situation or you want to call it quits. You haven't really figured out, like, do I want to revive this situation that's going on here? And this has to do with finances because this is Two of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So your advice is letting you know that the tough cycle, the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is just a time to give. So this just means that this is your part of this is your part of the cycle. This is your part of the wheel. You're getting this so that way you can prepare for the next level of abundance that's coming for you. All right. 10 of Wands in reverse is the energy of being able to put down the burdens. All right. This is actually consorting with other people about how to relieve the burden, how to relieve the stress. And you're going to be able to put them down. Because I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles right next to the 10 of Wands as you putting it down, dropping these issues, dropping these burdens, all right? Letting it go. He's throwing them up in the air. Even if it was upright, he's throwing them up in the air as if he doesn't care about them. So he's juggling them there, but it's like he's effortlessly just doing it. It's for fun here, and here you're going to be able to put it down is how I'm viewing this. You'll be able to put this down, You won't have to really pay attention to these burdens anymore, these emotional griefs. So I'm getting is the energy of you having like just inner turmoil. All right. It's inner turmoil and the thoughts are pretty much racy. Because I get like a racy feeling with the thoughts because you have a swords, which is fire, next to a sword. I said swords. You have a wand next to the swords, which gives me like a stoking of fire because that's the fire element and the air element. So these thoughts are being intensified. And they're inner thoughts. They're not thoughts that you're sharing. When swords are in reverse, this means that the thoughts aren't being shared, or they're not being shared in a way that's clear and with intent. A lot of times they have like a manipulative intent. The intent is inward. The intent is for me. It's a selfish intent when the sword's in reverse. So even if I'm communicating with you, what I'm communicating with you is in an intent to get control of the situation. Whereas the king upright, he just, states his claim and says, I am the king, and that's it. This one is like, I want to be the king, but I'm not for sure if I'm the king, and I'm going to do it in this way to make sure that I get control because I'm not in my true power right now. So it's telling you that this is your time to give. This is your time to actually help others, to be of assistance for others, and basically to like work, because Virgo is a sign of service. So it's your time to be like giving in this situation. All right, you're approaching the end of a tough cycle and an emotional. So there's two things of you getting close to your goal and ending like a personal issue. All right, and ending a tough cycle and all of this and dropping burdens and letting go of like past issues or I'm feeling like anxiety, letting go of anxiety because there's an energy of you just letting go of like the burdens of this and like consorting with someone or talking with someone, communicating with someone about it and being able to drop the burdens and and let go of these things with the two of Pentacles. All right, so you just have a fear of pretty much like letting go of this not self-deception, these self-defeating emotions. It's a fear of it because it's like you don't feel like there's a stability here. And so maybe it's like you're confused and not really sure of a way out emotionally. You're not, it's a feeling that you're feeling. It's not really a thought process. It's a feeling that you're not sure of your way out of it. It's like you really want control. We have the Emperor here. Even though it's in reverse, it's right next to the Seven of Cups in reverse as well. I ripped this a little bit. I gotta scrape this off. But anyway, it's right next to the Seven of Cups in reverse. And it's next to the Pentacle, but I'm looking at it also in an upright position. Even though it's in reverse, I'm looking at it together as an upright position. And in an upright position, it'd be an illusion, or I call it delusions of grandeur, where you would expect this to be better, where you want the control of it. You expect it to be long-term. You want this to be what you want this to be, and so you're not really paying attention and looking at the signs or the red flags that this isn't what you would like it to be. You come into the energy knowing that you're not getting what you really want, that it's not fair and equal give and take, that it's not balanced, that you might be getting breadcrumb or you're getting very little, and so you're having financial issues or you're having burdens that you want to put down, that you want to let down, and so there's an energy of being able to do this with the conversation, all right, because this is your time to give. So the advice here is you're going to need to work with them. You're going to need to be in service to them, whoever this person is. You're going to need to be into service to them. What you want to do is, you have like this need or this desire to try to take control of it, because you're going through a bad time, unexpected changes. You're going through a bad time. And so if it's not you doing this is someone else trying to do this to you. But you or them are having the end of a tough cycle. And this is their time or your time to be of service to the other person. This is your time to be of service to the whole, to the community at large, Take care of someone else's needs outside of yourself is the vibe I'm getting, and this is going to help you relieve the burden. I don't know quite how, but we're going to get to that a little bit more. Maybe that's going to show up. It's going to show up, but there's just this energy of you wanting to control the dynamic, and it's letting you know that this time it is your time to be of service. And this is how your tough cycle, that end of that tough cycle is going to end. All right. And you had the moon as the end result here because it's not quite clear to you. It is being illuminated, but it's not quite clear to you. And I look at this as a Scorpio, right? That it's illuminating, even though I think it's a lobster, but to me, it just looked like a Scorpio or a scorpion because it's got the claws, right? And so Scorpio, as everybody knows, Scorpio has to do with that emotional healing, and so this is the moon, that emotional, it's by shining that moonlight, that exposure on it, it's illuminating what needs to be healed. All right. And that's probably what's going to help you get out of this Seven of Cups energy that you're fearing and walking away from. You don't want to leave the confusion. You don't want to see what's really out there. Maybe you don't want to see the reality of the situation, because what you want is how you want it, and so there's a level of instability that you're feeling at this moment. And that's why you want it how you want it, because there is no stability. And it's only because this is meant for you. This is karmic. This is meant for you to have this, so that way you can learn a lesson here and then reap the abundance on the other end. All right. So let's get you some more advice. Gratitude. That is very important at this time for you. Gratitude and restore. So you might feel like you're broken or overwhelmed, and it's telling you that you're restored. As you release your attachment to the high and the low, this is the high and the low is the low end of the wheel of fortune. That's what you're experiencing, the low end of it. Now, as you experience the highs and the low, you find peace and balance. Honor the cycles of your body and energy now. All right. So that's all it is. It's like a recharge, a reset. You're getting ready to go back on the other side of the wheel, but you have to experience, the full spectrum to understand what abundance truly is, to understand what emotional fulfillment truly is. You have to be without it to even desire to have what it is, to even desire the existence of what it is that you're asking for. You have to have not had it to be like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. It's like from having bad relationships. That's how you build what you do want. There's no other way. That's just part of the growth. There's no other way. From having, say you worked at McDonald's, right? This might be your first job for some of y'all, but let's say you worked at McDonald's and that was your first job, right? And, some people can get lucky and they can, some people get married out of high school and it works out forever. Some people don't. Others of us, we have to work our way up. So like some people can get, have rich moms and dads and they don't have to work. Some of us have to work. So some of our first jobs may be McDonald's, or fast food or tire spa or car wash or whatever it is. And then, you realize that there's more and then you get more and then you get to another job and you may like that. You might like this and that about it, but you're like, I don't know. And then you get to another job and you're like, I like this one a little bit better than that one. And that's the same way with relationships. And that's just how life goes. It's a cycle of it, and each part of that stage is really essential. It's paramount for you to be grateful for every little step in between, because it's all a part of your greater good. All the lessons are getting you ready to be exactly where you would like to be in the near future. But you first have to experience training. So the hard cycles are your training. And now it is your time to give back charity, right? For being able to persevere through this hard cycle. I know you may feel like you don't have anything or like you're overwhelmed. You know, this is your root chakra. It's asking you to ground yourself in gratitude. Ground yourself for the things that you do have, for the things that are going well. Ground yourself and feel these emotions. It says, the time for planning is complete. Take action, no matter how small. Begin today. All right? And this is like expressing your feelings, expressing your heart. But this is like, I'm not really feeling like too much about expressing it. I'm feeling more of you like grounding yourself in the feelings, all right? And kind of like processing them. Because the Seven of Cups is like not wanting to process these emotions. This is an inner turmoil. It's an inner confusion, emotional confusion that you yourself aren't really facing, all right? And then your outcome here is the moon actually illuminating these fears, these deep traumas that you aren't really looking at. I meant to give you a likely outcome as well, based on, where you are in this timeline, what we're looking at. Oh, adjustments are required. This is what's going to be eliminated. Those emotions and what needs to be fixed within you, what needs to be adjusted. How are you seeing things? How are you perceiving things? The moon represents the subconscious, and the subconscious is what we use as our program that makes our conscious mind look for validation or look for confirmation that what our subconscious mind is telling us is true. So if I'm saying that I'm broke, my subconscious mind takes that in and tells my conscious mind that find me evidence that I am broke. And that's what your conscious mind does. And so here, the moon represents your subconscious mind. So you're going to be examining fears or emotional traumas or emotional hurts and bringing them to the surface. You weren't quite aware of them. The moon represents like not being aware of them, but having a slight it's like a peripheral of them. Like it's like a remnants of it. Something is there, and I just can't really make clear of what's there. And that's what the moon is. And so it's going to be clear. It's going to illuminate these emotional traumas that you're dealing with, this emotional healing that you need to do. All right, and transform it. You're going to need to transform it. The adjustments needed are the transformation that's going to be coming too. All right. But you're at the end of a tough cycle, and you're very close to achieving your goal. And that's what this is all about. All right. This is all about you being very close to achieving an emotional issue, and reaching that goal. The adjustments are going to need to be required, but you're going to be illuminated with like a thought. It may be just kind of like a brief thought that just comes in, I'm not for sure exactly how that thought will come in for you. So I don't want to tell you something that ain't true or that I'm not aware of just yet. But there's just the energy of you, like it comes to you after like a conversation, or like I get like planning, like you guys are working together, you and someone else are working together. It may not be working the way that you would expect it to work or the way that you desire it to work, because it's a 10 of Wands in reverse. But it's like it helps you out. It helps you relieve the burden. So it's not the control that you would want, but it does help you out. And so you're going to be needing to adjust something about your emotional aspects that are going to get you out of this unfortunate, turn of events that you're in. So let's see who this read. Oh wait, let me give you another advice. I forgot. This is the last advice right here. This was a long read. I ain't taking all these either. Definitely not taking that. But I just seen forgiveness. Forgiveness showed up. All right, positive change and dreams. All right, so you said you have dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own timeline. Yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. And then you have dreams. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace life each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Retain the purity of your vision and you will draw success to you. All you have ever wished for, even that which seems distant, is about to manifest. And then in the bottom of the deck, blessings. Love, light, blessings. Through this card, you are being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings that are about to come your way, and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart's desires. You are being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. Yo, a lot of signs have been getting that card. So a lot of people are doing a lot of good healing right now. They're actually examining some of their subconscious traits, some of their programming that they've already been stuck in. And this is a good time for all of us, all right? Like a worldwide healing. So let's see who this reading is for. Let me see. I'm gonna go with a guess and say that this someone wants control. It could be a Leo or it could be a Cancer. Let's see. Cancer. Cancer. All right. So thanks for watching, Cancer. This is your reading. This is Noonie in the third house. It said Noonie in the third house. Yo, Mercury retrograde. Listen, this is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house. Thanks for watching.